Hi, I want to talk about how to heal yourself quickly, more readily, with more lasting, permanent results. Because I believe very strongly that uh, the healings that we do, and I've heard people disagree with this, and that's fine if you disagree with it, but I think we are taking our time. Uh, it's taking too long to truly transform ourselves the way that we really need to. And I think that's the way the problem has been for centuries and centuries, since the beginning of consciousness. And I think what's really important is that we learn the real way, the best, the quickest, the most reliable way to truly become more and more healed on an ongoing basis. I'm not going to get into too much of the theoretical kinds of stuff about, like, yeah, of course, we need the yin yang aspect of life throughout our lives and all this kind of stuff. I think there's too much stuff out there. There's too much words. There's too much techniques and tools, and most of them are a waste of time. People get a little bit better. Some, no, I'm going to take that back. Some people, their lives are changed by some of the teachers, the gurus, the counselors, the therapists, whatever. I hear great things from people about, how much I'm helping them. In essence, yeah, sure, I'm helping, but the key part is for us as individuals to truly see and become aware and get that click, that cathartic thing, if you want to call it that, but that realization that becomes experiential as opposed to, yeah, oh, I really believe it, I really believe it. The experiential nature of it becomes where it's just solidified within you. Here's the easiest way, and the easiest, most effective, simplest, and because it's so simple, it becomes almost impossible for people to fathom. Seriously, and this is where it goes. All you need to do is, as a practice, as a tool, is bring your conscious understanding, your mind, see it, see as best you can relate to that. Here you are in a state where you are at least knowing that things are relatively okay. Even if it's just that. If you feel that, yeah, I have some good parts to me, hold on to that good part. Bring it almost as though you're literally seeing yourself bringing it to your heart. I want to breathe every time I do this. Will you need to do this all of the time? No, but in the beginning, our little P conscious brains need this. We need this conscious recognition. And what's going on is that as we're doing this practice, our spirit mind, our universal mind is just kind of like saying, yes, now it's gonna be easier for you to come and us to join and to see how much we can be here. And then we learn that we can trust this more and more, and we begin to work with this universal mind, if you will. I call it that. Three minds: conscious mind, unconscious mind, and universal mind, or spirit mind, or self, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't have to be any divine thing. But that's so important right now for us to understand and to work towards. So again, this simple. A word or phrase sometimes can be very helpful and instrumental in helping this thing for the conscious mind to recognize. So there it is. What's mine these days? Sometimes it can be God, sometimes it can be, self. But I'm saying it to myself. I'm bringing me here to my heart. I'm seeing me here. And when I say seeing, that's the same synonymous thing as being aware. I'm aware of this coming into my heart. I'm observing this being in my heart. Me, I see me here in my heart, or I see God here in my heart. I see spirit here in my heart. Whatever words you want to use, most important that you use a word or a phrase that you can truly identify with, and not so much like what everybody else is saying you need to do, but something that you can relate to. So here it goes. This is how quickly this can be. I feel you here, you're here in my heart. It's one way I can say it. I can say it all kinds of different ways. I see you here, I believe you here, I know you're here. And just holding on to that. And what happens over a period of time is it becomes so real to you that it becomes the most important thing in your life, because you're recognizing more and more experientially that this is what truth is all about. May not feel so great all the time, but there's a knowing that you develop just by doing this simple practice over and over again. The unconscious mind, of course, is going to come up and try to dissuade you, pull you back down. You have to keep coming back to this, trusting this. When all of the negative stuff gets in the way, whether it's noises or people disrupting you or whatever is happening, you have to still come back to this and learn to rely on this, and it will be right there for you. That universal mind will always be there. And then when you see the evidence, which you will, you'll see the evidence by practicing this simple thing. So again, that's it. That's it. You don't need anything else. The other stuff can be helpful. It can be good add-ons, whatever group you go to, whatever this. But if you rely too much on that, you're going to lose it. You need to just come back to this. See this, walk in this, and after a period of time, and a shorter period of time, you don't even need the words anymore. You don't even need this concrete thing that you're bringing into your heart consciously. Some people have we have our idols sometimes. Some people have their cross or their church or their group, and they rely too much on it. Even the people who are saying they aren't, I think you're fooling yourself. If you're not really coming here and learning to see how important you alone, whether you have nothing else but this. All those other things that you truly need will come your way, but this is the thing. Okay? So I could go on to some of my other videos. You can watch them. What is it? My YouTube channel. My name's Ronnie Figueroa. I don't know much about the subscribing kinds of stuff or whatever. I have somebody who's working with me who can do those kinds of things. Me, I'm just trying to put this out here so people can wake up. Sometimes I want to just say, wake the fuck up. Forgive my language. I hope kids aren't listening to that. But sometimes we need that to really just get this inside of ourselves, that this is what we really need, what's already there. And we're just enhancing it by bringing a genuine word that's yours, whatever it is, whatever you can relate to, and everything will work out fine. So that's all I'm going to say for now. And let's get together. Let's get together as a true family, learning how to speak from our hearts instead of having to have all these words and disagreements, and et cetera, et cetera. So let me know what's going on. You can get in touch with me at my email, ronfiggy@gmail.com, or thehi31111 @gmail.com.